Once there was a very wealthy merchant, and he loved to boast about his wealth. He loved to gather wealth and keep it for himself, and he lived such an extravagant life. Then he found out that a great Mahatma was coming to visit the area he was living in. So his wife urged him and said, "Go and get some blessings. Go and get some blessings from this Mahatma." And this merchant said, "I don't want to do it, because every time we see these great Mahatmas, they tell us to live simply, live a good life, a pure life. I don't want to do it." Anyway, he ended up going. So he went to see the great Mahatma, and many, many people were there. And as soon as the Mahatma saw him, he gave him something. He gave him a needle. And he said, "Keep this needle and give it to me when we meet in the heavenly worlds." And so this rich merchant said, "Wow, look at me. This Mahatma said I'm so blessed. He gave me a needle and he said I can keep it and we'll meet in heavenly worlds. That means I am set for life." And he goes back home to his wife, and he starts scrounging the whole house because he wants to find a place for the needle. He has to keep the needle until he dies so he can bring it to heavenly worlds. And as he's doing this, his wife just looks at him and says, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I need a place for the needle. I need a space." She said, "You know what? When you go and when you leave this world, you cannot carry anything with you. What makes you think you can carry this needle?" And at that moment, everything stopped for him. He realized that he can't take anything at all when he leaves this world. Why was he so obsessed with wealth? Why was he gathering so much stuff? Why was he accumulating one after the other thing? He went back to that Mahatma and he bowed down to him and he gave him the needle. And the Mahatma looked and smiled and just said this one line: "Wealth is important, but it is not the goal of life. Wealth is only the means to purify, and it's not the goal to amplify. Wealth is only the means, it's not the goal. When we leave, the only thing we can take with us is our good intentions, our good karma, and our good vasanas and tendencies. That's our true wealth." Hari Om.